Let's do a general love reading. See what's happening in your love life. This is Take It Higher Tarot. I'm Mystic Blue. Thank you for joining me if you're new. If you are returning, I appreciate you returning. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't to help my channel grow. I appreciate it. Forgive these eyebrows, guys. I got a tint on my eyebrows. I'm going to wipe them off when they're done tinting. So I am looking a little crazy, but that's okay. We're going to do a love reading, see what happens. Take what resonates and leave the rest. That's how it works. All right, devil. Acted like it wanted to be upright, but it flipped in reverse. Let's fill this out. Interesting. I started a reading prior to this and the devil came out too. So that's meant to come out for sure. For sure. 8 of Cups. Yeah, because somebody's going to appear to be like they changed, but they didn't. Queen of Swords. Sorry, you can't hear that. My light is like right there. I feel like someone's going to appear like they have changed and they're different, but they're really not. Somebody is two-faced too. Ooh, I'm getting weird goosebumps on this person. Somebody's two-faced. Somebody's wearing like, they're appearing one way, like they're this way, but they're a different way. Be careful with this person. Definitely have some boundaries with this person, okay? This may be a person that's coming in your life. So you just want to take it slow with them because I feel like they're two different people. You know how this is coming up. I mean, but you know how people are all nice and shit until you move in with them, then they become abusive. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So be careful. We have the 4 of Wands, but it felt like this. But we'll keep it upright. Some of you, this may be someone coming back saying, "I've changed. I'm different." They may hit you up and tell you that they changed, that they're different. But I feel like you might want to take your time and see if they change. I feel like somebody's struggling. I'm getting a couple different things. Somebody has not changed. They're the same wolf in sheep's clothing or whatever. Some of you may be meeting someone that comes off all nice and stuff, but they're not really that way. And then someone is struggling too with like their old ways and trying to be a new and different person for you, but they still are got their old ways. For example, if they used to be a player, have all kind of women or men, and that's something they're used to, they're trying to be faithful to you, but they still have these tendencies to still want to cheat, etc., or still want to be with multiple people. I feel like they want to change. You have the world on top of this devil with in reverse. Someone wants to change really, really badly because they want to be committed to you. They want to change. They want to do the right thing, but they're still struggling. They may have a sex addiction. I was gonna make sure my mic's on because it'd be cutting off on me. They may have a sex addiction for some of you, if that's it, or they may have an addiction to some drug or alcohol. It feels like someone wants to get it together. Here's the Will and the Magician, but they're struggling. So I said a couple of different things. Take what resonates. That's how I do readings. I said whatever spirit brings to me, you take what resonates. I am getting a lot of the last energy that I said for the majority of this reading because you do have someone maybe wanting to reach out to you here and heal something and say, I've changed, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? I feel kind of sad a little bit here because I feel like this person really does want something with you. Here's the 5 of Cups, but they know they've disappointed you in the past. Here's the King of Cups. Here's the King of Wands. Some of you may have 3 of Wands, multiple people coming in. Either way, that Queen of Swords came off first. You do want to have your boundaries up. You don't want to just let anybody in, whether they're new or returning. Because it feels like there's a struggle here, like someone is hiding something for some of you. Like I said, they're not being their true self. They're two-faced it a little bit here. And some of you, I do feel sadness. I feel like this person really does want to be a better person for you, whoever this person is. I'm feeling they want to be a better person for you, but they're struggling. Like they really are. Like it's sad. Someone loves somebody. I'm hearing. Yeah. As soon as I said that, I pulled the Ace of Ace of Cups, but I got the 7 of Swords here. Someone loves somebody, however, they're still struggling with something though. Like you got some deceptive energy all around, all together though. Okay. masks, people living two lives. Even someone may have a strong addiction and they're trying to hide it, but yet be there for you, but that addiction is kind of taking over their life. Take or resonates. You do have the energy of someone wanting to return, saying they changed, but they really haven't changed altogether. They're still that same person, or even worse, or whatever. Or they are struggling with some type of addiction. I'm getting sex addiction strongly coming through here, or drug or alcohol addiction. But that addiction is the reason why you guys couldn't be together, or why they couldn't be present with you. They're saying they've changed, but they haven't. They're still struggling with it. Okay, I'm getting mask, mask, mask. Okay, I am strongly getting though someone deeply wants to change though. They want to get better for you because they do love you. They know their alcohol, drug addiction, or sex addiction, whatever addiction it is stopping them from being 100% with you, and that's not what they want. They want you. They want you. They want a relationship with you. They love you, and they're struggling with this addiction though. They're struggling with this stronghold. We'll say stronghold. So you got someone from your past that's wanting to come back and get it right, but they know they ain't all together. They may come back and say they're all together. They may come back and say I have changed. I've gotten better, but I'm hearing that they have not gotten better. So you can do whatever you want. Take it slow with them if you do love them. Maybe let's go to rehab. Let's do this, or you can just cut them off completely. It's your choice. The reading's not about what you want to do with them. It's just telling you how someone is coming in and that they're struggling. There's someone deeply. I feel a deep love for somebody here, and they're struggling with this. They really want to get their life together, and they don't want to lose you. Is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing some of you may be a new person that has they're two-faced though. It feels like they got a angry. They could be an angry side, or they got a side to them that's not cool, but they're coming across like they're cool. They might be a little obsessive in a way, possessive in a way, not the healthy kind. Is there a healthy kind? Is there a healthy kind? So it is your choice what you want to do. Okay. Um, yeah. I feel like someone's gonna come in and just be like, "I'm so in love with you. I'm so in love with you. I want to be with you." I heard love bombing before, but then when they get you, they may change. Okay. I'm gonna just put the card that I pulled the death card. It's death and rebirth. Okay, we're gonna keep it positive. So some of you may need to have a conversation with someone and cut them off completely, because there is the energy of someone coming back too. It's new or old. Take a resonance for you, but some of you, this person coming back may appear to be different. You're gonna find out they're not. So do what you need to do with that. Um, yeah. Some of you, this may be the final time. We're in Mercury retrograde. We have entered Mercury retrograde. So this may be the final time that you completely cut a person off. Maybe they didn't hear you the first time. Okay. Mike still on? Okay. Maybe they didn't hear you the first time. So you may need to completely cut them off, because it feels that energy too. I did pull the Ten of Swords here. So just know that. All right. Take a resonance for you for that. What else is happening in love, spirit? You just might want to check the temperature. Check it out. Check the temperature of the situation. Is this person really serious? I feel like somebody's struggling. I feel like someone is really, really struggling, and they do want to change, and they sincerely want to do the right thing. That person, if you want to take your time with them, cool. I also feel the energy of a person that's nope. They hiding. They love bombing. They got two-faced. This feels like the new person. Once they get you, it's going to be different. That's what I'm feeling with a new person. With the old person returning, I feel like they have addictions and they just really want to change, and they really, it's up to you what you want to do. What else, Spirit? What's happening in love for the collective watching? What's happening in love for the collective watching? We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Justice card. We have the Eight of Pentacles. This feels like a different reading is going to come out. So if the first part resonated with you, take that. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like, remember I said you're going to have the last conversation with someone? I feel like that's pretty much going to be it. I don't think most of you will take either of them. Take the person back or be with the new person. It's just a warning to let you know, nah, they ain't changed, boo. That's what I feel, and I feel because you're gonna finally close that chapter for good. You got some beautiful things coming in here because of that. That's what I'm feeling like this reading is leading into. So it's still the same reading, but it's just this is what's going to happen when you finally close this door with this person. That's why the death card came out. You need to finally close something. And some of you, if this new person's coming, you need to finally close the door to what about you, or why are you attracting these people who are like this? Because this feels like something that you've been dealing with for you keep getting these type of people in your life. So you're finally gonna stand up for yourself. Maybe it was because you finally needed to have boundaries you didn't before. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So it feels like that's why the world is here too. That chapter is finally closing of you having these people who are two-faced, wearing masks, say they one way and they different, got these addictions, got all that. You finally are closing the door on that chapter. Okay, so you may have to revisit some people or have one more person come in your life for you to finally do that, finally have some boundaries, finally cut some people off, but you're finally going to do it. Kudos to you, because I understand how hard that is. Now, because of that, you do have a beautiful love coming in here. You have Justice, you have the Ace of Pentacles, Justice, Ace of Pentacles, my bad. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Lovers, Six of Swords. Things are going to get better for you because you finally finished the chapter of whatever that chapter was, attracting those type of people, right? So now you have the Star, you have the King of Swords, you have intentional people coming into your life. You have people who are not. You got a couple options. Some of you are gonna have a couple options. You got people who you don't have to deal with addictions. You don't have to deal with people being fake. King of Swords energy ain't fake, honey. That King of Swords is like, this is what it is. You ain't gotta try to guess. I ain't two-faced. I ain't gonna show up one way and appear another once I get you. I'm gonna show you who I am up front. This person is gonna be very, very healing for you with this Six of Swords and Four of Swords. They're gonna be very, very healing for you. So it feels like the previous reading portion, the final chapter you're closing, was not the best energy. It was very, very toxic. You were dealing with a manipulator, a gaslighter. Y'all get it. It was very toxic and draining on you. This person is going to be very easy for you. I know it's maybe hard to believe, but they're going to be very easy for you, very, very peaceful for you, very, very healing for you, very intentional and very upfront. This is what it is. This is how I feel. This is what I want. I'm not hiding anything. I'm nice because I'm nice. I'm not nice because I'm trying to manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind because I'm kind. Things like that. The World. So the new chapter, you got the World twice, is this beautiful relationship coming in because you're finally closing out. God, I love when this happens. I'm just going to say, and I pulled to death, you're finally closing out the toxic cycle. Okay? With the toxic people. You know? You're finally doing it. So you, like I said, they may revisit. It may revisit because could be through a new person or an old person returning, but it's revisiting so you can finally close it because you never finally closed that door. Okay, you're finally doing it, and now you got beautiful love coming in. Okay, you got beautiful love coming in. You're finally doing it. Eight of Cups, Nine of Wands. You're finally closing it. So some of you may have already done this. You may have already closed this chapter. You're like, I already did it. I'm kind of sad and whatever. So you're going to go through that grieving phase, which is understandable because you're entering a new chapter, which is understandable. Some of you are releasing a person you've been dealing with for years, whatever, or mentality or a lifestyle you've been dealing with the same type of for a long time. Okay. So you're going to go through a little grieving process, which is okay. You're shedding the old skin, the old you, which is fine. But you do have beautiful love coming in, Knight of Cups. You do have someone intentional, like I said. You do have someone who's serious about you. You do have someone who's going to be easy. Is that devil on the bottom? You do have someone that's going to be easy, that's going to be lighter, you ain't got to guess. What I did here with that devil on the bottom, here's the sun. Is like, this is Mercury retrograde, so you may have someone creeping back. Even though you close that chapter with that person, they still may come back because they see you with the new person, okay? You got the Queen of Swords here again, too. I didn't tell you, but I pulled it again, too. You're going to have to pull that sword out again. Look, I said it was over. I said I was done. No, I'm good. They're gonna fill you with the new person, Two of Cups. So they're gonna come around. So all in all, you are finally ending a toxic cycle. Okay, and you're entering into a blissful, a happy. I heard Spirit say an easy and peaceful relationship. So you're finally closing a toxic cycle, and you're entering an easy and peaceful relationship. I'm gonna title the reading that. That's the reading. I appreciate you watching. I have a website. If you want a personal reading, you can check out my website. I also offer other services on there. It's in the description box. I also have a Patreon if you want bonus videos. I do mostly my astrological sign videos on that, plus other bonus videos on my Patreon link. I'm also on other platforms, TikTok, IG, Facebook, all under Take It Higher Tarot. You can find me all under the same name. Again, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate the support. Be blessed.